Love is just a concept until we begin to demonstrate that we indeed mean what we say. And if we just leave it at the conceptual level, it might not mean as much as it should. Because I think love is supposed to graduate from being a concept to being practical. That's why they say, love is never love until you give it away. We can say that we love God. Anybody can say that. You can say that you love the other person. Anyone can say that. But should it just end there? In fact, according to Jesus, the best way to love God is to love the person that you are seeing, the person that you are seated with, the person that you work with, the person that you live with, the person that you are just meeting along the street, could be a stranger even. You can't say that you love God if you despise the people that you live with. You can't say that you love God if you are still sitting on a broken relationship. You don't talk to your mother, you don't talk to your father, you don't talk to your friend, you don't talk to somebody you differed with. And every day you are in church singing glory to God, glory to God. Your glory to God is just ending up in the clouds. It is not going anywhere. It is bouncing somewhere there. There's a barrier. And the barrier is the hatred that you are still keeping. It is the grudge that you're still keeping. The barrier is that broken relationship on which you are still sitting. So everything that you are doing, glory, praise, whatever, does not mean anything at all. It is just ending up somewhere in the clouds, not reaching the heavens. The scribe that is having a conversation with Jesus today puts it very clearly. In fact, Jesus even praises this scribe to say, you are not far from the kingdom. You have answered very well. You are wise, you are intelligent. Yeah, in fact, you are part of the kingdom. He says, loving your neighbor as yourself is much more than a whole burnt offerings and sacrifices. These are the words that the scribe uses. In other words, you cannot just be committed to the life of the church if you don't love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love has to be practical, and it being practical means that creating space in your life for other people, and through that you also adequately love God as you should. Jesus wants us to create a relationship where we are. If we talk about love, he wants us to express that love towards the people that we live with. Then we'll have no difficulty loving God, because God is truly present in the person that is next to you, in that stranger that you're meeting on the way. God is present in that person. And when you give them a cup of water because they are thirsty, it is God himself that you are serving. It is Jesus that you are serving. We are still in the period of Lent when we are reflecting on the sufferings of Jesus. And we see these wounds that Jesus receives from those that are inflicting punishment on him or suffering on him. We see these wounds in the lives of our brothers and sisters who are suffering in our communities, in our own families. And when we reach out to them, it's like we are attending to the suffering Jesus. When we give food to that person that is hungry, it is Jesus himself that we are attending to in that moment of his own suffering. And that is the only way to make love practical. Love is a concept, but its finality is supposed to be actualization. And the only way that we're going to make it actual is by physically going out to reach the people that are vulnerable in their various situations and make attempts or try to be helpful to them. Don't just tell the other person you love them if you can show it. Jesus says, love yourself, love your neighbor as you love yourself. We know that we don't desire pain inflicted on us. We know that we want to be treated properly. We know that we want to be respected by other people. I think that is a natural desire, that we want help, we want other people to help us when we are in need. That is a natural desire. But then why can't we do the same also to others that we see in need? When we move out of our comfort zones to be helpful to the people that are in discomfort in order to draw them into comfort zones as well, that way is the only way to actually mean what we say. Love is always just a concept as long as we don't make it actual. And it remains just a theory. And as a theory, that in fact means nothing in the Christian sense. Love begins to acquire meaning when we apply it concretely. Amen.